Morning, Frank. How's it going? Nico with Cliff Jones Tractor. We have your new Mahindra 1635 HST with the backhoe ready to go. Got it all filled up of diesel, shined up, checked all the fluids. This is Will, one of our tractor technicians. He's going to go through and show you how everything works.
All right. Well, first off, we talk about the oil. At 50 hours, you want to change it first. Your oil and your oil filter is right down here. It takes 2 gallons of 15W40, which you would put in right here. And then right underneath it is your dipstick to check your oil. Uh, when you change the oil the first time, you'd also want to change the hydraulic filter, which is right down here beside the axle, and that would be changed at 50 hours as well. Uh, on this tractor has a water fuel separator right here, which has a drain on the bottom. And then if you ever change, when you change your fuel filter or run out of fuel, it has a primer pump on the top. Then you got your two-stage air filter. It does have two filters in there. Got your main filter and then your particulate on the inside. Then right underneath it is your battery. Easy access to get to in case you got a dead battery. You do a lot of shredding or in a dusty area. It does have a pre-screen to keep all the bigger grass and stuff to go through your radiator. You can take that out and clean it with compressed air or tap it on the ground if you're out in the field. Uh, right here you have your differential, your front differential oil fill here. It does have a dipstick on there. This takes, oh, this one don't have a dipstick. They say on the Mahindra, if you look in there, it's got the axle. If the oil is halfway up the cross axle in there, it's full. It takes 80W90 gear oil. This tractor is hydrostatic. You got your forward gear, reverse there. Then it has a high, medium, and low range here, which is neutral in between each range. Your hydraulic fluid goes here. It has a dipstick on it, and that takes care of your transmission, the rear end, and all your hydraulic systems in one dipstick. Up here you have left and right blinkers, hazard lights, which is the only thing that'll work with the key off. And you got your high and low lights there, and the horn above it. Right here you have your tilt steering wheel. Pull it down, steering wheel tilts. Got your parking brake here, and your cruise control there. So if you're going at a certain speed, you holding your foot pedal, just pull up on that and it'll lock the pedal in. This one does have the backhoe attachment on it, which it has the special seat for it. This seat actually lifts up and rotates around to work on the backhoe. You would push that, unlock it, tilt it up. Then this lever right here, pull up on it with the seat belt disconnected, of course. Lift up on the lever, spins around like that. You always want to make sure you lock the seat in. It's got a lock right here. You pull up, it latches in, and then you could use your backhoe from there. It's got normal, regular 2-stick backhoes. You got your swivel left and right. Got your boom down and up. Right here you got your bucket, dump, curl up. Then you got your elbow, I call it. Your in and out here. Then these two right here are for your outriggers, your stabilizers. This one does have travel pins for traveling, so it doesn't go down on you or tilt. So this one here is for your boom, up and down lock, and this one here is your swivel left and right lock. If you ever take the backhoe off to put a shredder or box blade or anything, it's got 3 hoses here. So you see this one disconnected. After you disconnect these two, this one will curl around and you connect it into the one that it fits in. There's 2 different sizes, so it's only going to fit in one, and that completes your hydraulic circuit without the backhoe on. It does have a ROPS that folds down if you're under trees, or you got to store it in a garage, a low height garage. Here you have your 3-point up and down, which is locked in the up position right now because the backhoe is on it. If you do take it off, you can take that off and use your 3-point up and down through there. And also, since the backhoe is on it, this lever here is your 3-point up and down, or your 3-point downforce control, which like a needle valve. If your shredder slams on the ground, you can turn that and it will slow it down so it won't slam on the ground. And since the backhoe's on it, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up. You have your throttle here. Since it's hydrostatic, I wouldn't run it or drive it without the RPMs less than 1500 RPMs because your transmission does work off of fluid power. Right here you have your 4-wheel drive. Down is on, up is off. You don't want to be driving with it when you engage it. You always want to be stopped or just barely rolling, then you can engage it. Right here is your differential lock. Push down on that with your heel and it'll lock in until you turn the wheel and it'll unlock. It does have skid steer attachment capabilities up there with the 2 levers. You can unlock the bucket and put a pallet forks, or if it had like a 3rd function kit, you could put a grapple hook or anything like that on it. Let's see. Every 50 hours up to 150 hours, you'd want to torque your loader lug nuts on all 4 tires. Then you have your loader bolts right here. And then there's some here, and then there's about 4 of them up there. You always want to check those because everything is painted when it's put together. So if you get in there and start working it, the paint will thin out, and you always want to check those because the bolts will come loose sometimes. And diesel. Diesel goes right here. I believe it's 14 gallons. There's no DEF fluid, and should be good to go. All your grease fittings are at every pivot point where all your pins are. 6 on each side for the loader. All your ball joints. Got your ball joints here. Got grease fittings on them. There's grease fittings right here for your bearings on the inside of the axle on both sides. If you look down here, there is, it's on the other side, but there's a grease fitting down here for your pilot pivot block bearing in the front and the back. That's for your front axle swivel. If you ever want to take the loader off, it does have a leg right here that you take out of the torque tube. You connect it into that pipe right there, and you can set the bucket down. You can take these pins out right here, and the way I always do it is you tilt the bucket and it will lift up off the framework once these pins are out, and you can back up like a foot, then disconnect these 4 quick connects here, which are all color coded, then you're loader free. And that should be it for the walkthrough.
Alrighty, Frank. Thank you so much again for your business. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll be delivering a tractor this afternoon, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.